Hello folks, so today I thought let's speak about a life-changing transit that will impact everyone. It's the triple activation transit of Scorpio, which is happening right now. So why is it triple activation? Because from May 1st till March 31st, 2025, Rahu, Saturn, and Jupiter will all be aspecting Scorpio, placing all the energy into the field of the natural 8th house. So, exciting times ahead, for sure, for some. Yeah, let's get into this. The triple activation theory is actually something that we need to credit K.N. Rao for, because he's the one who's introduced it to the astrology community. Now, why is it so important, this particular transit? Well, because we have Scorpio getting energized. The house of death, rebirth, the sort of transformation that you cannot come back from. And also inevitable change. So you must die in some aspect of your life and be reborn. Like it could impact your career, it could impact your relationship, it could impact your home surroundings, your finances. Maybe you're going through a split with someone, and you have to really sort of like revamp everything. Lose something. Let go of something. Then regenerate again and start over. It can happen very quickly because we're talking about Scorpio. The changes can be sudden. They can be terrifying. Scorpio is also a sign that's shrouded with hidden knowledge, mystery, the unexpected. It is intensity. Intensity in fear. Intensity in obsession. This karmic fear is often kept hidden, actually, in the deep subconscious. So it all begins and ends in the mind, right? Wherever you place your thoughts, that's what gets power over you. It's a house where Mars and Ketu become important, so we will follow Mars and Ketu's position here to get a clue of how it may play out. Ketu is in Virgo, forcing us to reinvent our habits, our routines. Something may happen in your life where your routine completely changes. It could be a move, it could be a new job. Maybe you have adopted a pet. Maybe you've decided to change your exercise and your food habits. Mars will be in Pisces in the beginning of this transit, connecting with Rahu. So you'll definitely be letting go of something. It is Mars that will bring the opportunity for that rebirth, for that change. So see what Mars signifies for you. It will force you to face your fears, maybe make peace with them, but certainly acknowledge them. It could also be that whatever you were afraid of, when you finally let go of it, surrender it, it turns out to be the worst case scenario that you imagined does not materialize in the end. And if it does materialize, Jupiter's aspect on Scorpio will help you rebuild quickly. It will also give you the faith that all is happening for the best, right? For your higher interest. So use that Mars energy in a positive way where possible. Take the initiative. Don't shy away from a challenge. Be fearless. Push the limits. Push the limits. Take the risks. Because if you don't do it yourself, something is going to force you to do it. Something is going to compel you to do it. So you might as well take the situation in your own hands. So face that ordeal. Don't fear standing up for yourself and being alone in this way. So let's talk about briefly like how it's going to impact you. I'm going to talk about each lagna here, right? So like for Aries lagna, this is important. obviously. Why? Because Mars is your ruler. Mars is your ruling planet, and your 8th house is getting activated. For you, it can be a vigorous recharge, a regeneration. It will bring some forced change related to you. It could be related to your image, what you do in your life, how you spend your time, your appearance can go through some change. How you relate to others. How you relate to others will be a consequence of that change in you. If you had an ongoing illness, especially watch for reproductive problems, right? Here you can get a solution with that Jupiter's aspect. Money out of the blue can come to you through unexpected sources, including inheritance, tax rebate, or money that you share with others, like joint resources. Making investments can bring good long-term results at this time. It's an excellent opportunity for you to change your life in ways that were long overdue, but you resisted in the past, or you didn't have the opportunity in the past. The timing was just not right. Areas that could have been stuck for a very, very long time can now get regenerated in some way. And you won't have to do much, like you won't have to take much action. It will just fall away. The old will just fall away. You'll just have to let go. And know that. And know that the future is bright, and know that you have the capacity to rebuild where necessary. Taurus Lugna, it's an excellent transit for you to put your energy into a relationship or business matters. If you already partnered up with someone, then this could be a time when your spouse is facing some pressures, when you're facing some pressure in business, pressure to make some big decisions. With a supportive Rahu transit, it can help you think of creative ways to change your life, to change the ways to change the way that you interact with others. That's going to come into question for you. Your image could change in some way, so you will be perceived in a more positive light because of Jupiter's support now. Your relationship will change if you're already in a relationship. Something can quickly transpire in your relationship partner's life that will force you to act. If you're single, you can meet someone quite by chance. Relationship can become intense and passionate very quickly. If you are a Gemini Lugna, the changes will be in your 6th house. It can bring some long-needed healing now, as you've been experiencing the malefic aspects of Rahu and Saturn on that 6th house. It can be the case that your daily schedule routine is about to get transformed. Maybe you would have been going through some changes, some confusion in your routine, in your work life. That's gonna change now. You'll now be able to spot the changes that you need to make your day-to-day life better. Maybe before it was just frustration that you were feeling, a sense of helplessness, right, with the malefic aspects. But now with Jupiter's aspect, you will come up with the solutions. If you were experiencing health issues, the solution should also come to you now. If you had some long pending legal battle going on, then the solution will come now. It will come to a close. The healing will come now. You can also find healing therapies easily now. Acupuncture, massage. That can be very productive at this time. If you ever thought about adopting a pet, but you were double-minded, or you didn't have the opportunity to do it, this would be an excellent time for that. There's actually a lot of healing that a pet can bring into your life. And it can actually even change your life for the better in ways that you wouldn't have otherwise imagined. Right? And that goes for like any kind of even a new relationship coming into your life. It can all of a sudden put you in a different direction, right? The energy that's coming from another being. So think about that. Think about getting a pet if you thought about doing it but never got around to it. Cancer Legna, this is your 5th house getting activated. You can now gain the confidence that you need to turn a hobby into a business. You can see breakthroughs if you're in the media or entertainment business. Perhaps there's a new job offer now. Perhaps there's a new promotion at this time. If you're a student, it's an excellent time for changing or improving your profession. It's great for childbirth, for those that wanted to conceive. And it can certainly transform your love life in a positive way, which would be very helpful for Cancer, being that you've been going through a difficult Shani transit. For Leos, it's time where you will definitely either move or completely change your domestic situation in some way. You could purchase or sell property at this time. You could be in the process of splitting assets with your partner. If so, this would be a good time to get the most favorable results for you. It's a time to sever ties and recreate foundations. Especially matters connected to how you live, like your domestic life will go through some kind of change. For the better. Who you want in your life, in your immediate environment. That's where you want to look into making the change as well. Yeah. In fact, it's a time for you to also question what makes you feel good, and to thereby create a more peaceful atmosphere where you live. Domestic changes are certainly in store. It could be a move, as I mentioned, and it certainly would be good for you. Yeah. And with that Saturn in the 7th, whatever that domestic move is, it can actually help with your relationship. If you're already in a relationship or if you're seeking a relationship. There could be a connection with what's happening in your domestic scene and your relationship. So that shift in the domestic scene will bring a positive shift in the relationship department also. It's also a good time for you to consider therapeutic options. Like any kind of therapy, any kind of learning more about occult science even, right? For Virgos, it's activating your 3rd house. There can be some disputes with those in your immediate circle, problems with neighbors, fights with siblings. This will come to a head now and create like a new direction for you. So it could have been an ongoing situation that finally gets resolved. These relationships, siblings, neighbors, people in your immediate circle, these relationships will change in some way. Perhaps the way that you relate to these people will change in some way. If you have your own business or consider starting an independent project, it's a time when you can place a lot of efforts and energy in this area, and it would be a good time to do that. You can see quick results. It can be a good time to restructure your business if necessary. For Libra, you will experience this transformation in your 2nd house. This can mean in addition to your family, or someone could leave, or another person could come into your family, even through marriage, for example, or childbirth. There can be changes in your financial situation. Perhaps you're thinking about splitting assets, or there can be some changes in your business, especially if it's a family business. Watch the foods that you intake, as there can be digestive issues that can also pop up at this time. So consider refining your dietary choices. Yeah. So if you're a Scorpio, well, of course, this for you is indeed a life-altering transit. Things can change very suddenly in your life at this time. You'll feel more confident, ready to take charge of your life, ready to take a new direction. You may, however, feel under pressure to make big life decisions, including career change, marriage, or having children. There could also be changes in your domestic situation that happen quite suddenly. There will be pressure in your work and from your partner at this time. You can undergo changes in your image, your appearance, how others perceive you can change. The decisions that you make now will be pivotal for years to come. So make the most of this time. It's nearly a year. If you're Sagittarius, this transit is taking place in your 12th house. Expenses can go up for you at this time. Making hasty judgments about others can backfire. So wait till you get all the facts about any situation at this time. Some of you can feel like withdrawing from everything at this time, from your social circle, from society in general. Others can experience some separation from loved ones. You may get a chance to go on a spiritual journey or retreat. Fantastic time for that. It will certainly be a time when you will want to withdraw from people, though. Spend time alone. Dreams may be prophetic for you at this time. A chance to move abroad can come up for you. And if so, it would be a fantastic opportunity. Certainly you will get the opportunity to travel long distance and maybe to places that you've never been before. If you're Capricorn, this transit takes place in your 11th house. This is a fortunate transit for you. Long cherished goals and desires may be fulfilled now. Do make efforts toward your goals, and you will see that with a small bit of effort, you can achieve big leaps at this time. It's a transit where 20% intention can give 80% results, which is great. So be careful what you wish for. Important to take some time for meditation to seek inner guidance. You may be introduced to new network circles, and you can increase your social circle at this time quite easily. If you are an Aquarius, then this is the time that you can see some swift changes in your career. There may be restructuring if you are self-employed. You may be looking for a new job now. It would be a time that you can see some breakthroughs. They could also be a pay raise or promotion that perhaps you were seeking. Alternatively, a higher position in either status, in either pay, can come up at this time. You'll be busy in these months, and a lot of activity can result in your workplace. If you are Pisces, and this transit is taking place in your 9th house, a lot of international dealings at this time, travel, business, study can result also. It's a fortunate transit because it's the best Trigone house that's getting activated for you. Opportunities can come out of nowhere. You can be at the right place at the right time. Excellent time to connect with your father figures, to get some guidance from your mentors, to seek advice. It's an excellent time for that. Change your image in some way. Reconnect with old contacts, old friends. And you'll also notice others reaching out to you at this time, perhaps people that you haven't heard from for a while. So that's all for now, folks. All the best.